All Black Lives! I always start with thanking these guys here, and I have to start again today. These guys are phenomenal. All Black Lives UK, please give them a round of applause. They are the most tenacious protesters I've come across in my life. These guys are tenacious. Come rain, come winter, it don't matter. These guys are out here every Saturday, and we got to thank them for it because they're keeping the movement going, really. All by themselves, so I appreciate them. Guys, I'm here. You can see the banner behind me, the Million People March. I'm part of the organising team putting that together for the 30th of August. I hope to see all of you there on the 30th of August from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to be marching from Notting Hill all the way to Hyde Park. And when we get to Hyde Park, you can do something similar to this. However, Hyde Park's huge. We're encouraging you to bring out your picnics. We're encouraging you to bring out your tents if you like, even. Whatever you want to bring out, come with a family, come with mum, come with dad, come with aunties. It's a family protest day. An all-inclusive family protest day. Guys, I want to, thank you. I don't normally come up with props when I talk, but I've got a couple of props that touched me yesterday, and I'm going to read them out. These are internet posts, and when I look at who I'm seeing sitting down there today, I was right to bring this out. I'm going to read them out to you guys. It says, I'm not black, but I see you. I'm not black, but I hear you. I'm not black, but I will fight for you. Okay? And that was touching. And I love that when I saw that. It's a white young lady holding that poster up. And then there's a second one I want to touch on as well. And this second one, this is from a black perspective now, okay? And it says, I said Black Lives Matter. I never said only Black Lives Matter. We know all Black Lives Matter. We just need your help with Black Lives Matter. Because Black lives are in danger. See those two posts that I came across? They represent the last 3, 4, 5 months. We've got allies from the white community, we've got allies from the brown community, we've got black people, all of us feeling the same fight and fighting for the same justice, fighting for the same change. There is a white perspective, which I read out before that. I see you and I hear you and I'm here to fight for you. And then there is a black perspective that says, you know what, we know all lives matter, but right now, black lives are a life support machine and we need your help. We need you to join us and to make sure that the black lives do not go extinct, so to speak. Not that black people are going to go extinct, but this is a fight that we need all of our allies to join in and help us see through. Now, the Million People March that's such a statement that includes all the different facets of change. We've got the Yemen guys on board. If you're fighting for change, if you're trans, if you're bi, if you're whatever your sexual orientation, that day is a day for you. And the Kurds as well, that my colleague just reminded me. You've got the Windrush, people. You've got Grenfell. You've got so much change that needs to be effected in this country. So just all different faces of it. And our main worry when we set this march up, our main worry was that come October, come September, November, the marches would dissipate, the boots on the ground would disappear. And we were worried about that. Hence we put this march together. Now the point of this march is that after the day of the march itself, is it Michael? Check. After the day of the march itself, we become a pressure group. The pressure group then monitors what Boris Johnson and his government are doing, and we hold them accountable so that we do not have to be out here physically every day, every weekend protesting. We go back to the pen and the drawing board. We go back to the telephone calls. We go back to the pressure groups, the face-to-face meeting and the Zooms to make sure that all of the stuff that we discuss and all of the stuff that we're standing together against are being actioned in those offices and right over there across the roads. So that's what that is about, is to take the marching. If the boots die down, you can still march obviously on the 31st, you can still march in September if you so choose to. But what this does is it brings all of the marching that we've done right through the summer and harnesses it into one energy to effect change. Some of you are aware. Bear with me.
Wait.
Generator's gone.
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right. While he sorts out the other mic, the system, there is something I want to discuss before I finish off, and that's the adultification of our youth. A lot of times, and I'll tell you why I needed to address that, because I've been out to their marches literally since George Floyd died. I've been out near enough every week. I think I probably only missed 2 or 3 weeks out of the numerous weeks. And one of the themes that I keep hearing run right through when these young people speak is the issues they've had at school, is the adultification of our young people, and I need to address that. I want to address that by a story. There's a story of a young lady, and that's the third piece of paper that I have. It's a young lady called Grace. Check. Brilliant. Back on. Oh yay. Oh yay. Right, guys, I got a story of a young lady called Grace. Grace lives in America. She lives in Michigan. Now, her story hit me because under the COVID situation, her classmates, her whole school have been, literally says about 40% of the school were going downhill because they had no access to Zoom, to internet and all of that, okay? However, she is in a very tiny minority as a black girl in this school. What did the school do with her? They literally targeted her and attempted to send her to prison. Gave her a criminal conviction for not doing her homework. The only person picked on in the whole school. This is a true story I brought out to discuss with you guys. And that's why I need to address the adultification, because I went through it myself. Now, I'm 6'3.5" now, at 52. Guess what? I was 6'3.5" at 14. I was this tall at 14, right? So when, as a 14, 13-year-old, when I get confronted by the police, they're not looking at a 13, 14-year-old. So I know exactly what you kids are going through today. Now, this is a serious issue that really, in my opinion, when we are still in the middle of constructing the final agenda for this, we will be putting that first and foremost on the topic that we need to discuss, because this is something that the system needs to understand happens when a school teacher or a police officer, people of authority, when they come across our young people, 10 years old. I've got a son now, my youngest, who's 9. He's this high, so he's going to be as tall as I was at 12 and 13. So this is something that I believe that we need to address, but it's not just in the criminal justice aspect of it, but also in the school system. Also in the school system, because the school system is where it starts. And also in the care system, okay? Because I don't see a lot of empathy for our young people when social services gets involved in families issues and things like that. And also in terms of getting them not adopted, but what's the word I'm looking for? Passing them on to families to look after them. Also, the choices that are made are not made from the best point of view, from the best place to be made for those children. This is a huge issue that, honestly speaking, I forgot about it. Because it's been years since I experienced that. But coming to these marches weekly has reminded me how important an issue this is. So I promise you guys, adultification of our young people is going to be one of our main agendas on the Million People March. And I'm going to take that back to the team to discuss, because it is a crisis And it does damage our young people. I mean, I see 24, 25-year-olds today talking about what happened to them at 14 and 15 and 16. That's how much damage is left in them. And it's a serious thing that we must address. Guys, I want to thank you all for having me today. I hope we see you all at the march. And I want to leave you all with one more comment. The last time I spoke here was 2 weeks ago. And I looked at the crowd. And I said to you guys, it's all good and well participating in marching, but in 20 years' time, I want to see all of you in the Houses of Parliament when I'm watching the debate on a Wednesday. Seriously. Serious. No, I really mean that, because when I look at people, when I look at the grass now, when I look across the grass, this is the UK. This is Britain. This is Britain. When I watch the debates on Wednesdays in Parliament, because I don't see Britain. I do not see Britain. So I'm hoping, I am honestly, genuinely hoping that those of you who are young enough to get active in politics, from council levels right up, get involved now, so that in 10 years from now, we can see you guys in Parliament. You don't have to go straight to being an MP. You can start with pressure groups. You can start, there are many routes to get to that. But we need more people, more fair-minded people. There is, to me, when I look out there, I do not see a single person who isn't fair-minded. You have to be fucking fair-minded, sorry for swearing, to be out here today. And that's what I love about the crowd I'm looking at right now. But I would like to see this crowd represented at that Parliament behind us. So guys, thank you for supporting these guys. Thank you for supporting these guys. Keep supporting them. And we look forward to seeing you guys at the Million People March. Take care.